just gonna go on um just say a little quick word of prayer. Lord, we thank you for this evening. Lord, we answer God. May you take preeminent control of today and whatever we're gonna learn, and that whatever knowledge will bring to the table tonight, that you will take share of everything, that whatever we learn will be able to implement and also bring growth into our life. In Jesus' name, amen. So let's start. And okay, so I think we went into the practical aspects of it last week. So we're going to continue from there. But I don't know how many of you who follow you about crypto, you would have noticed that the last 1 week from our training last Saturday, a lot has happened in the market. And a lot has really, really happened. And one of the major news that happened is a coin called Luna. I don't know how many people are aware of it, but that coin was actually sitting at double to 3 digits. Was sitting at double to 3 digits, and it's 100 and something all the way to around 90. Was in between this 80 something to 100 or something. And suddenly there was a plummet in that coin to the extent it became really, really valueless. The coin currently is like those who have bought Luna, there are millionaires in Luna who turn to who thought to poor people, will you say poor people now or so, who literally had nothing as a result of the U-turn on Luna. As you can see, this was a coin that was between 100, 105, 110, $90 to one. Currently having at one point have 5 zeros. At one point have 5 zeros on them. And so many people really, really felt it. Was a big talk of the day, to an extent that Binance have to delist them. Most exchange have to delist them. I don't know, they are working the way to recovery. People who bought it out when it was 5 digits or so have made quite substantial amount of money between yesterday and today. But for those who had already before, they are still in. Even me, I probably bought in total how many Luna? Probably close to $1,200 of Luna. And currently my Luna is worth less than $300 on my wallet. So I bought when it was so high. I was holding it. I had it. It was one coin I like holding before. So imagine your coin that you had about $650 in your wallet worth of the coin suddenly became 2 cents or 3 cents, probably 10 cents, because it went that low. And although I was able to buy in the deep and here and there, so I, obviously I have a lot of Luna now, but it's gonna take probably will take quite a long time for Luna to come back to even $1. And for that alone is something that people should be aware of when it comes to cryptocurrency, crypto trading, crypto. When you have coin you are holding, That's why if you are investing, this is called an investment really. For immediate gain you should look for good projects, good coins that are really, really for a long time. You can just throw money there and invest and just forget about it for a long time. It's not something you are looking, maybe something you are putting aside towards your retirement, towards your children's future, to not something you are willing to use now in the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You should put them. But there is always room to also trade for everyday income as well. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. So we started from sports. That was where we started from. We started from sports, and then we made our way. We started the introduction, then we started talking about sports, and said we're going to make our way to futures in depth today. So the first thing first, over the last 2 years that I've been in the crypto currency market, that there are some 3 coins that I think I have seen over time have remained consistent. Is these 3 coins at the front of Binance. These 3 coins, have looked at them over the years. They've done very well. They've stayed consistently. Even if there is a drop, they still come back up again. Bitcoin, who is the father of them all, is a coin. Most people don't trade it because they feel it doesn't do that well, give them much profit. But then also, those coins that give a lot of profit, they are also the kind of coin when the markets crash against you, can also put you down there, except you have a lot of money to be able to buy when the market is really, really down. But for someone who is trading with small portfolio, you need a good coin with good fundamentals, that with good technical analysis to be able to make daily profits. And Bitcoin is one of them. Ethereum is one of them. And BNB is one of them. So those are the 3 coins that I think as a trader, you should always be trading. You should always be trading. Even if you want to trade other coins, but always trade these 3 coins, because you'll be able to be in profit all the time. So we're going to start with, let's start with so before you start trading, let's say you wake up. If you are the day trader, you prefer to trade during the daytime, or you are someone who trade long time. Before you start to trade, you first of all come to the market to see what the market is doing. And you can always check the market from here. If you're on Binance, it will also be similar in any other exchange. You check the market. Or the first thing, you click on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is here. You click on Bitcoin first to see what Bitcoin has done. I normally check various things. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin is all high of 30,000 and the lowest is 28,582. That is the lowest of Bitcoin at the moment. That is the volume currently being traded, the volume, and the volume is BUSD. At the moment, you can see it's also on the rise, a nice green candlestick. This green candlestick that shows is showing that those who are buying Bitcoin are more. So these are buy. So there are more buyers currently buying Bitcoin. That is the green candlestick. When it's forming red, it means there are people who are selling a bit more. Then that does not mean people are not still buying, because as we can see from here, as you can see, when Bitcoin touched the ground this afternoon on 28,582, it started going up all the way. Although there was a little retracement of a red candlestick, but it's still going green at the moment. So you will see it that this is going green. It's going green. And then I also look at my MACD here. My MACD and my MA here. You will see that the red, when the yellow line crosses up, it means the market is going up, up, up. When the purple one crosses up, it means the market is on the downtrend. If you look at each of them, every time the purple is at the top, it means the market is coming down. So it's being able to cash it before, as soon as it crosses, then you take this is for those who are doing futures, is to take your short position at that time. And then when the yellow is coming to the top, then you know it's time to long. But it can also be a fake out. That's why you need good wallet management strategy to be able to also trade, so that if there is market retracement against you, you'll be able to buy more at the bottom of this thing. Like I said, you can shuffle the market to be able to see which coins have done very, very well. Let's go to USDT now. You can shuffle the market. You will see which one is on the high, and you will see which is on the lowest, the top losers and the top gainers. So you will see them, all of them there. These also can also help you to actually know what kind of coin to also trade. Because if a coin is coming at a very low place, if it's on the low, it means it will also be getting ready to come up any moment from now. So you'll be able to know that it's time to start trading. Pick that coin and then to be able to trade. So let's talk about the strategy that I think if you want to trade only sports. Like I told you, when it comes to sport trading, you're not losing, really. You're not losing at all when it comes to sport trading, because your assets will always be with you. So you are not losing when it comes to sport trading. However, futures, there is risk of losing your funds. There is risk that comes to it. So for some people don't trade futures at all because they don't like the emotional thing that it gives to them. Some people prefer to just trade sports. And most investors go for sports trading. Like now, when Bitcoin is very low right now, you will see many investors, they will invest in Bitcoin, they will invest in Ethereum, they will invest in BNB, they will buy at various price, and they will not wait. They will not over bother, they will just leave it in their wallet, and they will wait when Bitcoin gets back to 40,000 or 45,000, and Ethereum is back to 3,000 or 3,200, and BNB is close to $500 again. They will sell, and then they will sit down and wait to buy again when the market has calmed down or crashed. So let's say you are a crypto trader, you want to make money every day. I'm going to use this strategy for $200 and above. So this strategy is for $200 and above. You have $200, that's what you want to use to trade. You're going to share it into four places. So it means you have $50 each into four. The first thing you want to do, like I said, this is for those who just want to trade these three particular coins. You can trade any other coin as well. But for a more consistent profit, it's better you are always trading Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB. Then you come here, you will say you now click on BNB. In the last 24 hours, BNB is at 2,996 and the lowest is 2,716. So that is what it is. So you're going to click buy. You can change this to BNB USDT, or you can also trade with BUSD. I think they said it reduces your charges, your Binance charges as well, because it's their stable coin. Then, like I said, you want to get the average. You want to get the average of the 24 hours. So we're going to use this 300.1 and the all-time low of 272.1. So you go to your calculator first. 300.1 plus 272.1. That will give you a total of that. You're going to divide it by 2 to get the average. So the average is 286.1. That is the average. The average is 286.9. That is the average currently at the moment. So you can come down and you can set a limit order down, because the market is definitely going to come down today, tonight. So you can set a limit order down, 286, and then your $50, you're going to put 25, because we want to use it to buy 2 coins. Gladys, let somebody in. He said they are waiting. Okay. So then you're going to buy at that amount. All you need to do is to click buy. When you click buy, it's going to appear. It's going to appear in your open order, waiting. As soon as the market drops to 286, it will trigger the buy. It will trigger the buy. Once it has triggered buy, then you cannot come back to your sell. You can come back to your sell, and because the last 24 hours, BNB went all the way to 300. Also, you can set your take profit first, just above this green line. So above it, you can set it at 295 to take profit at 295. So when you're gonna sell,
sorry,
you come
Mom,
back.
I can't see anybody waiting.
Is it? Okay. Since somebody was saying.
I did let 2 people in earlier on. Is there any other person waiting? I can't see any other person waiting.
Let me in. Okay.
Where are they waiting?
Probably is in already. I don't know.
Yeah, earlier on.
Okay. So once that you set your sell, don't forget that your sell is always higher than the amount you buy. Because in spot market, you sell at a high price. So you set your sell, and then you click sell. It will open here as well. It's going to open on the open orders, because once the market rises to 295, it will sell and your USDT will be returned back to you. The other $25 that is left, you cannot use it to buy BTC. But don't forget, you still have $150 left. Why are we having that left? It's just in case if the market retraces and you're now seeing BNB has reduced to 260. That is an opportunity to buy another $25 again. So as of that time, when you now buy, you buy one at 286 and you now buy at 260 again. What you do, 286 plus 260, it means your dollar cost average is 273 now. Don't forget your earlier one was 286, but now because the market went down on you, but you were able to buy another again. When you add it, you now find out that your average price is now 273. What is going to happen is that As soon if the market come to 280, you are in profit already, because your average buy is 273. As soon as the market come up to 280, you are in profit already. And if it come up to 286, which was your initial entry, you are already in big profits already. And then you cannot sell. As of that time, you can sell. And this is how literally you can over time continue to build your portfolio on a spot market. And we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing a trading challenge for Bitcoin, BTC, and BNB. And that is what we're going to be doing. And we'll all be doing it together. Those who have $100 can join. Those who have $200 can trade 2 coin. Those who have $100 will probably just trade only Ethereum also. But those who have $200 will be able to trade Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those who have more than that can trade all the 3 coins together. So this is it for sports market, and this is applicable to any coin. But over time, I felt more reliable to actually trade BNB, Bitcoin, and Ethereum than other coin, even in futures trading. So now let's go into, if I manage to get someone to borrow me their Binance, which is what I'm using. I'm going to try and transfer the funds I sent them to. For those, just in case, sometimes when you buy your USDT for peer-to-peer, it will come on your Fundy wallet. It will come on your Fundy wallet. All you need to do is to transfer it to your spot market if you want to trade spot. Even if you want to transfer it to your futures, you have to transfer it to your spot first. So all you do, you click transfer and you choose your USDT and you're going to transfer it down to spots. So right now it's in my spot wallet now, USDT. You can see 1080. I can now click on transfer. I can now be able to transfer to futures. We change the funding to futures. Change to futures and USDT and transfer. So now the money is available right in my futures account now. So right there, it's available right there. So like I talked about in futures, so we're gonna go one after the other. How you can buy, how you can sell on futures. So the first thing first, you make sure there is money. Obviously you transfer. You can either come here to do your transfer right from your futures account. You can click there, that arrow. You'll be able to transfer from your spot to your futures, and you can also transfer from your futures to your spot. once you made some profit and you want to transfer it back to your spot to be able to withdraw out. And then we have what they call open long. Open long means you're predicting for the market to go up and you're predicting for the market to go down. That is open long position. Open long, you are predicting for the market to go up. So when the market is going up, you're in profit, you're smiling. If it's going against you, you are also losing. But depending on your market's wallet management, you'll be able to do dollar cost average and come out in profit. And then open shorts, you want the market to come down, so you short the market to come down. So we're gonna use BNB for our training today. We're gonna use BNB for our training today, or because I'm using just 10 USDT for you to trade BTC and all of that, you need a bit higher. So because I'm using that amount, I'm going to look for a coin that we can easily trade with that low amount. And then there is something here. We're going to go through here, that 3 dots. When you click on it, as you can see, this is called edge mode. Edge mode means that you are able to trade that coin on both directions. This is usually good sometimes in case you don't know what direction of the market you need to trade. Maybe the market is really unstable and you can just choose to say, okay, I want to trade on both directions. So you open BTC on long and you open it on short as well. That way, as you make profits on this one, you make profit on one, you can close the other one. If you're making profit on the other one, you can close the other one, and so that you can close your profit on the other one. Otherwise, you can leave it on a single setting, a single one-way mode. But if you want on both direction, a symbol supports simultaneous holding long position and short position between the two distance. So you can close one and you can use dollar cost average for the other one to come out in profit as well. So let's say we want to trade Bitcoin now on a short position. We can choose to do limit order to start first. First of all, you want to change your leverage before you start. Like I told you people, as a newbie, you don't want to play with leverage. You want to stick to 5 ESC as maximum for your leverage. As you get better, you can choose to go high and begin to do 10 ESC. As you understand your trade more and you know what you're doing more, you can go as high to 10. If you're doing 10 ESC on futures, make sure you're only using 10% of your portfolio. It means if you have $100 in your futures account, you should only be using $10 to enter a trade first. But if you're using 5 ESC, you can use 20 to 25% of your portfolio to open a trade first. So now we're going to do this live trading here. Let's check. I'm going to change this to Ethereum, USDT. And the first thing you do, you set your limit order. Let's say I want to set limit order at 2050. So at 2050, that is where I want to set my limit order. And I want to be able to open a short position at 2050. Let's say it's shorting I want to do. I'll put here the amount of USDT I want to put, 25. When I put 25 USDT, I want you to look at what is happening here. 7S, I'm going to change it to 5S. 5S. When I put 25, USDT there, it's going to give me this amount of Ethereum, but I want to show you my cost here. So my actual amount I'm using for my trade is $5.19. $5.20 is changing as single. $5.20, that's what I'll be opening the trade with. $5.20, that's what I'll be opening the trade with. And the total cost is 25. So because I'm using 5S. And all I can do, you can also use this to choose how much you want to put in. This is this ruler. You can also use from the $10 now. If I move it, it will choose. You can see 52% of the money is going to use that. So you can also use that to also determine how much. So like if you put it on here, you know you're using 25% of your money. So that's 25% of your money you're using to trade on 5S. And then you can there click short position. When you open short, it's a limit order. You see, it's going to open here on open order. It's going to open here on open order. So anytime Ethereum hits 2050, it will trigger and open here. Also, you can choose your take profit right now before you open the trade. When you click on that TP/stop loss, it means you can set your take profit and your stop loss. If you click on it, you're saying you're going to take profit, let's say at 2025, and your stop loss, you say maybe at 2075. If the market rise to that, I want you to close the trade for me. Or you wait till when the market has opened. I normally like to set a stop loss after my trade has opened. So we're going to do a live trade direct to open a trade immediately. Yeah. We'll cancel that. So let's do a limit trade of 2030 that will pick up for us immediately. I'll pick up for us immediately. And I'm just going to use market price so that I can pick up immediately for us. So you click short. As you can see, it comes straight to open position. So that's open right here. When it's showing green, it means you are in profit. That's what it's showing. I want you to see our liquidation price. That is our liquidation price. That is our liquidation price, 2,417 as our liquidation price. 2,470 as a look. It means that in order for me to lose my $2.42, the markets need to rise from this 2027, sorry, all the way to 2,417. However, what you cannot do, because you know that your liquidation price is not this, you can come and set another order. That's why I told you when you're doing 5S, it's good. You can choose to set a limit order again with another $2.42. You come here, you're going to set limit order, and you're going to put 2,000, let's say 350. You want to make sure when you're on a short position, so when you're on a short position, you are praying for the market start going up. So it's going to be going towards 2,417. So you want to be able to buy before it reach 2,417 in order for you to stay in that trade. So you put your next order, your next DCA. DCA is dollar cost average. Your next DCA, you're going to put it before the 2,417. That is what you're going to do. Your next DCA, you put it. So you set it at 2,350 and you're going to move it. You're going to move it, and as you can see, that will be my cost. As you can see, that's my cost, $2.43, which is what I want to average at. And then I'm going to click open short. Open short. This will come here in my open orders. It has not yet activated yet. It's not going to activate yet until this Ethereum rise all the way to 2,350. So I can sit back knowing fully well I've set my limit order. I am trading on 5S, which is a very low risk trade, and I'm trading a particular coin that is not going to get me into trouble, like Ethereum, BTC, and BNB. And then I can literally even go to bed, even if I don't set my stop loss. Even if I don't set my stop loss, I can go to bed and wake up. I know fully well Ethereum will not rise to 2,417 in 24 hours. But just in case it does, I've set a limit order down at 2,350. And when that order peak, it will push my liquidation price maybe to $2,600. And then now that my trade is on, I can now set my take profits. Another thing you can do as well to push your liquidation even more further. So you enter a trade at 2.42. You can actually choose to push your liquidation even more further by clicking to add margin. Add margin. You don't forget, we talk about isolated and cross. If you are using cross, you are saying Binance should use your full portfolio, whatever money you have on your portfolio, to back up your trade. That's risky. If there is a big pump, you can lose your full portfolio. Because by the time they use it to wage your trade, after a time, that's it, your account is gone. But however, it's much better to use to trade on isolated, so that if you have to cut your trade, you know that is this $2 that you are losing. You are not losing the old money in your accounts. You can click plus when you choose to. Let's say I want to add $3 to this trade now. If I add $3, let me show you my liquidation price. Oh, if I add $3 to it, my liquidation price would become 2,915. This is actually the way you can actually avoid liquidation as well in your trade. You enter a trade, especially if you are somebody you don't like using stop loss. Some people don't like using stop loss. Even me, sometimes I don't like using stop loss because I like winning my trade more than using stop loss. If I have to use stop loss, except I want to just cut that trade short also. So this is another way of adding liquidation to your trade, pushing your liquidation far, far, far. So as soon as you add margin, that pushes your liquidation. If I click confirm now, if I click confirm now, you will see my liquidation has changed. My liquidation price has changed to 2,915. I can also remove it. I come here, I will click here. Don't forget, but in order for you to remove, sometimes your trade has to be already in profit to remove. I can click remove, and I can click maximum. I remove it. It goes back to my original liquidation. Most of the times, I like adding more margin to my trade, especially if I'm going to go to bed and the trade is still on and I haven't won the trade. I will add margin and go to bed peacefully if I don't have stop loss on my trade. I'll push my liquidation all the way far and I'll go to bed. This is really good for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. For other coins, I wouldn't advise, because there are some coins that when it comes to crypto, anything can happen. Manipulation can happen. The people who are in charge of it can choose to pump the coin. there are some big ways. Those who have big money in the market, they can just choose to come and pump money into that particular coin, and that coin skyrockets, rise up to 100%, and you're trading it on futures. You just wake up and find out that you were using 5x, but you've lost your full portfolio of that coin. There are coins like that can be manipulated, not BNB, Bitcoin, and BTC. They are stable kind of coin. They kind of set the pace for the market. So I'll prefer to do that. You push your liquidation and then you go to bed and you sleep. Then if you are in profit, you're going to see your profit here. You're going to see your profits there, unrealized PNL, and you're going to see it here in green as well. You're also going to see your risk ratio. Anytime your risk is going above 10%, just know that it's time to set your limit order open. Like we've already done, we've set a limit order down here for us to be able to take trade for us. And then you cannot adjust leverage on isolated you cannot adjust leverage on isolated mode. You can only do that if you are using cross margin. If you're using cross margin, you can do that, not on isolated. So how to set your stop profit and loss. So let's click here. Once the trade is on, you can come here to click stop profit and loss. And then leave this first one and come here. I'll tell you the use of this one. This one is normally good if you want to close this first one is if you want to close your trade by percentages. Let's say you want to close only half, you want to close 75%, then you use this one. If you want to close the full trade, you come to this second one, position TP. It will apply to the whole trade. And then you're going to change this USDT to percentage. Change it to percentage. And you can put 10% there. If you put 10%, it's telling you, it's going to also give you the amount you're going to get for that particular trade. As you can see, once Ethereum fall down to 1,984.98, you'll be in profit, and your profit will be 23 cents from the $2.42 that you used to trade. Don't forget, based on how much you enter will determine your profit anyway. That is what is going to happen. Then that will be your profit. Or if you say it's 5%, most people don't like waiting for so long to earn. Some people prefer to just do 5% if they are out of the market. 5%, and it's good because that way you are more quickly able to take profits over and over again. You take 5% here, you look for a good entry point again, you enter, you take another 5%. Before you know, you take 5% 4 times a day, you've made your money, and maybe that is what you want to make for the day, and that's it. You close trade for the day and go and do something else. So 5% of it, and then if you want to set stop loss, you can put stop loss 50%. It means you will lose half of that amount. So you will lose minus 1.34% if the trade go wrong against you. But because we have set a limit order, you might choose not to put that stop loss because you've set a limit order. You set a limit order, 5% take profit, and you click confirm. Oh, I'm going to cancel that stop loss. Sorry. Yeah. So I've set that's my take profit. So as soon as the market rise now, all the way to $1.66, I'm in profit. To 2000, fall down to 2004 of Ethereum. I've already taken 5% profit, and I'm out of the market. And it looks like it's going towards that already. So this is on a short position. And this is, let's try to open a trade on a long. Let's try to look for another coin. Let me try and look for another coin we can open on long position. Okay, KNC is coming down. As you can see, when you see a coin is forming two red candlesticks like this, that is not the time to long that coin. You should leave the coin to do what it wants to do. When you see it has really calmed down, then you can take your entry when it's forming a green candlestick. So at the moment you leave it. Yours seems to be coming down. Okay. Yours seems to be taking shots at the moment, but for the training sake, I'm gonna open. For training sake, I'm gonna open a long position on a trade. So let me try and open BNB. So for BNB, we change our leverage. Always remember to change your leverage unless you want to trade on a higher leverage. Always remember to change to 5S isolated. Most of the times your Binance is set to cross. So make sure you always change it to isolated. Choose 5S unless you want to choose 10S to trade. I also want to I want to show you. Okay, I'm gonna open this trade on long on 5S. I'll close it, and then I'm gonna open it on 10S, and I'm gonna show you the difference in the liquidation. Why 5S is more safer and more low risk than a 10S trade, because it's good you see it as well. So on the market, and I'm gonna go all the way. We're gonna open that on a long. So that's long. So that's BNB on 5S. On 5S, I want to show you, look at the liquidation price currently, 232. 232. So if I want to set a limit order so that I don't get liquidated, I'm going to set it before the liquidation price. So I'm going to set it as 235 or 240. I'll say if BNB drop all to 240, it should buy again for me. So I will now set a limit order for 240. Change it to limit, and I'll set it at 240 or 235, because it will get to 235 before it gets to 232. And I set another price. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to click long. It's going to come here and wait for me. As you can see, there is limit order for Ethereum for the short, and there is limit order for BNB for the long. And here, what am I going to do? I'm going to close this trade now. I'm going to close this BNB trade, and then I'm going to open BNB on a 10S. I want you to remember our liquidation price for 5S was 232.126. That was our liquidation price for it. So now let's open on a 10S. I open on a 10S. You can just close it from here. I'm just gonna close that. So that's closed. So I'm gonna change it now to 10S. Markets. The only good thing about using 10S is the fact that with the 193 USDT that I use, in the first one, it was $9 something. This time it's doubling it. Then let me click open. Can you see the liquidation price? Our liquidation price is now 260. Our liquidation price is 260. On 5S, we are 232. So if somebody who is trading on 10S and the person who is trading on 5S and the market start correcting badly, who will be the first to leave the market? Is the 10S person. If for any reason. So if you're going to trade 10S, like I said, use 10% of your portfolio to enter your trade. 10%. Then you can come and set your limit order for 262. Your limit order, and you can see, and when the losses are also happening, the losses are more quicker as well on a 10S than somebody who is also on a 5S. They are both losing the same thing, but 10S person will probably be losing more. So also, if they're making profits, 10S might make much more profits than the person who is trading on 5S. But however, it's all about, I say to people, when it comes to trading, it's about how much. It's about protecting your portfolio, not on trying to get big profit today, tomorrow you lose the profits. You understand? And you can also quickly take profits on a 10S trade, because if I set a take profit on a 10S, I can set it on 5%. Quick. My trade might hit 5% very quick compared to 5S person. 5S person would take longer. The market have to rise. On a 10S, the market have to rise just 0.5%. I'm out of the market. But for someone with 5S, the market have to rise 1% before they can take a profit of 5% on futures on their 5S. So as you can see, these are live trade going on right now from BNB and Ethereum. And you'll be surprised one will take profits now, maybe before we finish. So this is how you set your take profits for your trade, and how you set limit order as well for those trade. And always take profit. Don't wait for big profit. I had an experience early this year that taught me a lesson. I was on a trade, a particular trade is a dot. The coin name is dot. I was at work that morning. I was waiting for that trade to come out in profit. Then I saw profit. I saw profit of about $20 or so on that trade. And for some reason, I said, oh, I could have more profit. I could have more profit. Hold on for me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. So, as I was saying, when I saw profit of about $20 something, and I just wanted to wait. I said, let me just wait a bit longer. I could just get a bit more. And then suddenly, there was serious manipulation in the market. Bitcoin, before I look, I was busy at work. Before I look at my trade again, market was dropping so badly, like was dropping. Do you know that a trade that I had just like $200 on, I could have made $20. I ended up having to, because the loss was getting high. So, okay, let me dollar cost average. And I was using 10S. If I was using 5S on that trade, I probably would have been a bit more safer on that particular trade. I wouldn't have lost that trade. but I ended up losing $2,000 to that particular trade. It was a big lesson to me that anytime once you see your trade is in profits, even if you don't want to close all the trade, you still want to earn more, you can come here, click on that close button. I want to show you on this close position. Click on it. Can you see this percentage? Depending on how much you're trading with anyway, if you're trading with large amount of money, this percentage, you can come here and say, okay, close 75%. You just click on the 75. It will close 75, confirm, it will close 75% of that trade. It means you have taken some profit first out of that trade. It's very, very important to take profit as you go along. Very, very, very important to take profit. Or you can come back here, like the first one I said I'm going to show you. Stop profit, stop loss. The first one. So the first one, you are able to use it to set take profits. But you have to set it. You'll be the one to set the amount. Like you say percentage. Let's say you choose percentage and you say percentage gain. Let's say 3%. So you're going to set the limit order, let's say at 10. And you're going to set 3%. And you're going to choose 75%. And you will not close 75%. Immediately it hit 3%, it will close 75% of that particular trade for you first. It's much better to take profit gradually than to wait for much big profits to take profit. Take profit gradually is much better to do that. So this is it for particularly for trading BNB, BTC, and Ethereum. These three coins, they are much safer to trade. You can come in, you can pick a trade, you have a trade 5%, you are out, you put $100 into a trade, depending on how much. If you are trading with $1,000 and you put $100 into 5x, that will give you 500. 3% of 500 is what? %3 divided by 100 times 3. That is 3% of 100 is $3. You get a profit of $3. 3% of $100, that's $3 of it. If you are able to flip that rand 5 times in a day, that's $15. And if you are able to consistently make 1% from the market on daily basis, 1% of whatever money you're trading with on daily basis, in a month, you have 30%. But in futures, I know very well you will make more than 1%. You're going to make more than 1% on daily basis if you are not greedy, you are not in hurry, maybe your target is 2%. You have to have a target, like I said. Don't get distracted by the profit that people make. Have a target. If your target is to make 2%, once you make your 2%, close your phone. Close your phone, and that's it. And move on. You finish, close your phone, that's it for the day. You're done. You're not looking to come back to play gamble with your money, because there is an excitement that comes with futures. If you see the money, let's say you traded today and there was a possibility you made 10%, you might get so excited and forget, and all of a sudden you start over trading and end up losing your money and your funds. So you just have to set a target of how much you want to make. You trade and you come out and we go. So at some point, if I'm taking a trade and I want to enter a trade, a short position, I'll drop it in the group. I'll tell you, okay, I'm about to short Ethereum now on 5S. Take profit is 10%. It's 10%. Enter. You take profit. If it's a limit order, I'm going to tell you it's a limit order. We set it as a limit order to enter at a particular price, because we know that the market is coming up, and when it rises to that price, we'll enter at that price to short the market. And 10% profit, we are out of the market. That's it. That's it. So I'm going to open the floor for question now, and then we're going to take question, and then we'll move on from there. As you can see, it's getting closer to my take profit. It's 3.89% already. So it's 5%. I set it as. So once it hits 5%, it's out. It's out. That's it. So, question. Can answer your question. Any question? No question? No question. Is it clear or is not clear? So this is obviously this aspect we're gonna do today. The next class for next Saturday, we're gonna talk we're gonna go through some trading strategy, and also how to set alerts on your phone to see what BTC, Bitcoin, and Ethereum is doing in the last 24 hours on your phone, on your Binance. You'll be able to see the alerts coming up on your phone. If Bitcoin has rise 10%, has rise 6%, has rise this thing, it will pop up on your phone in 24 hours here and there. If there is a change in the market, you'll be able to know. I think I've done the training before in the past, but I'm just going to repeat it again as our class 3. So we're going to do that, how to do that. And then also some important hub to also have as well. Yeah, so we're going to do the alerts. Yeah, so the alert will come up on your phone. It's a pop-up. It's going to pop up on your screen. It's not going to be a text message and it's going to pop up on your screen. Like the way you get notification here. Yeah, something like this. As you can see, I've got alerts showing price BTC versus BUSD change down -2%. So BTC has been down, going downward. So also when BTC has come up full, imagine if you get on your screen that BTC has increased in the last 24 hours, has increased by 10%. You don't want to be going to be longing BTC at that time. You'll probably be looking for short position if you are a futures trader. And you know that BTC is going to start to come down at some point. So you're going to look for a short position and take profits from there. Are you going to take profit from there? So I'm going to close this trade. I'm going to close it off because obviously somebody's account I'm using. So I close that trade and this one. And then I can come to my open orders. You can cancel. You cancel it. You can cancel the orders. That is how you cancel as well. If you open a trade and later on you don't want it, you can cancel, especially if your open trade went straight to their take profits and your limit order, you don't need your limit order anymore. So you just come back and cancel it from your limit order. So trying to see. Yeah. Okay. So we ended up making 8 cents from the trade because I had 10 points. I had 1080 USDT. Now I have 10.88 USDT. So I had like 8 cents from it. But this is your money can literally, even this little percentage trade that just happened. Imagine if it's a $1,000 portfolio, that person would have made some good amount of money. If it's a $200, the difference will also be clear. If it's a $500 trade portfolio, the difference will also be clear. So that would be for our next trading. There is app you need to download. Let me get the app, show you people the app to download. I want you to download trading view. It's called trading view to download it, or I might drop a referral link in the group for you to download. Is free of charge. They have the paid version. I use the paid version as well, but the free version as well will give you enough as well to use. And I'm going to show you some strategy and some settings that you can use to also to be able to know when to buy BTC and when to short BTC. You'll be able to have that strategy. You will see it when they sell position pop up, you know you can click on sell. So that is for that. And then the next one is trying to remember the name of the app. Okay. Coin market car. Coin market car. Coin market. It's good to have coin market cap as well on your phone, but this is coin market cap, not cap. Coin market cap. This is also good, and I'm going to also show you how you can use it actually to also know when you can see new updates about coin, what is happening, and what is important, and what that can do to the market if there is a particular upgrade going on. Let's say Bitcoin is having a particular upgrade. There's a particular upgrade that will happen in Bitcoin. And those who are aware of it, we know that Bitcoin is going to move at least 10% today. Also, here you can easily get information to what will happen before they happen on this. And I'm going to show you how you can use it as well in the next training. So that is it. Oh, Annabelle is a late comer. Binance calculator. Can you explain what you mean by that? Candy Juice. You can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. You want to explain more? Are you there? I'm going to find out about it when you say Binance calculator. And then I will let you people know in the next. Okay. Okay, I'll find out about it if there is anything called Binance calculator, and I will let you people know on the next meeting. Any more questions? Okay, if there's no more question, somebody who is very, very blessed should round up in prayer for us, and let's go. Is anyone not praying? Okay, Sister Annabelle, you came late. So you pray for us. You will watch the replay later. She's gone. All right, Gladys. Pray for us and let's go.
May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with each and every one of us from now on and forevermore. Amen.
Man. Amen. All right. See you all next week, 6 p.m. All right. Good night.